So this is today's question. It came from this person. I work in government. I wrote a script of a public-facing video. Another team was supposed to create the video. They did not have any people of color, black, brown, dark, white, nothing in the video. I don't know what the hell dark white is. Sounds like some chicken. All right. I was nervous about bringing it up because when I've done so in the past, it seemed like I was just complaining, and that's what happens. When we bring shit up, y'all look at us like we're complaining, and this is why I need to tell you, if you have particularly black women in your organization and they're not saying anything, it's usually because you pissed them off and they don't give a fuck anymore. They're sitting around waiting for your shit to burn down. Because you don't listen. You get in your feelings and always about how angry black, we got a damn reason to be angry. It's y'all. So this time she role-played it, the conversation, and then she said she went to the director and they rolled their eyes. How do I bring this up to my upline when this person is a peer of the person that she has some issues with? So I'm going to leave that there. And so I'm just going to give you some highlights because I don't know how much damn time I have, but I'm rolling. So I'm just going to give you 5 things because one of the problems is we think in binaries. It's either good, bad, white, black, off, on. I can tell you right now, marginalized people do not live in a binary, we live in a nuance. Each situation has to be evaluated based on who's in the room, what the conversation is. We don't get to live in it's this, that, and other. And this is why your problems, your situations, your minor issues turn into something bigger. Because you think about this, again, cis, hetero, Christian, white culture, male culture is binary because everything is about you. So just in that little, thing, I came up with 5 things that I wanted to address. And you can get the full, it's a $7 a month subscription to get the newsletter. So, and also once a month I do live Q&As virtually, and then I will be doing them in person. But the first thing I picked up from that is there's a lack of iterative, collaborative project management process. Because there's no way they should have got from a script to a finished product and no one caught that, no one saw that. And that happens all the time. We think, okay, we're in tech, we don't do waterfall, we do this. We still have shitty iterative processes, particularly if people's feelings get involved. And let me say this right quick. I'm not responsible for your fucking feelings. Manage your own damn feelings. You know how long it takes a black woman to send y'all an email? Way too damn long. Because we gotta type it, because we angry. Then we gotta go back and we gotta look at it again. We gotta take out some words because we know your feelings gonna get hurt. So then the message is all lost. You don't get what we got. And then you still pissed off by the damn message. Not by the content, but by the tone. That's a lot of damn work that we don't get paid for. Number 2, lack of diversity among the creativity, the creative content. The people who created the content, you can tell if there was nothing, it was just white people. I can assume that it was just white people. And then I'm gonna add one more. And some people may get angry with this. It's either white people or Asians. It's never any black, brown, Latina. Also, when you don't have people with disabilities, all those things need to be considered when you're creating content for the wider world. Number 2, lack of psychological safety to share her concerns. She did not feel safe enough to go to the person who manages her roles and responsibilities. And let me tell you about this. I don't use the word boss. That's supremacy. I don't have a freaking boss. You don't have a freaking boss. You have somebody who manages your roles and responsibilities. Because when you say that, then it's based on your job description. And my attitude ain't your damn business. Did I get the task done? Now, I'm not saying people need to be rude, but for so many marginalized people, their livelihoods, their ability to advance, everything has to do with white people's got their feelings hurt. Fuck your feelings. Say it with me. Fuck your feelings. Oh, y'all too scared. See right there. All right. Number 4, lack of a mutually respectful process for receiving feedback. As a manager, you have to think about again, power dynamics, right? I'm not your peer when I'm in a managerial role in that space. That's why I don't like people call their organizations a family. That's a fucking lie. Family is the first place we learn to call abuse love. I don't want that at work. I get that at home. And they say I have to do it because we blood related. So I don't want that from strangers that I just happen to be working with because we got applied for the same jobs. So there's a lack of mutually respectful feedbacks. If you're giving someone feedback, you need to be mindful of your face. You need to be mindful of your tone. Not because you're a bad person, but because, again, we don't live in binaries and we prioritize the most vulnerable. If you're in a position to impact somebody's livelihood, you are in the power seat, and you need to behave as such. And number 5, lack of psychological safety to raise your concerns with those tasked with managing your roles and responsibilities. I'm telling you, just because people are quiet does not mean that they agree with what you're doing. If you say something, if something's going on and no one raises their hands, that's the first red flag for me. I was a high school teacher. I said something, and one of them little knuckleheads didn't say it. I was like, okay, something's going on. If there was a quiet student in my class who never talked, that's the one I need to know about. So I need to know. I know my brain don't shut off. So I need to know what's going on in your head. So if you're not getting feedback in your organization, that's leadership's responsibility to figure out what's going on. And 9 times out of 10, it's because people don't feel safe. People have been burned by telling you the truth because you cannot handle the truth. And one of the last things I said in that about the I role, I told one of them, you don't even bring that up because it's subjective. If you, now it's he said, she said, or whatever, I didn't do it, you didn't. That just takes us off. It's a distraction, just like everything else. The how things are working is not broken. So I don't care how much you intend to be inclusive, you intend to be diverse, you intend to be welcoming and psychological safety. Every organization that I work with is still rooted in white supremacy and anti-blackness. And until we have those honest conversations, the world that we want to have, which is supremacy, coercion, discrimination, and exploitation free, cannot exist. They do not align. So white folks, I need you to get out your feelings and do the damn work. Peace.